Hi, let's examine real estate market analysis, economic characteristics, demand factors.
Economic characteristics of real estate. Economic characteristic of real estate includes the relationship between supply, demand, and price. Real estate is slow to respond to change in supply and demand. Demand is driven by consumer preference. Supply is driven by availability. Demand factors. The following are variables that influence demand. There are the price of real estate, the population numbers and household composition, the income of consumers, the availability of mortgage credit, and consumer taste and preferences. Price of real estate. There is an inverse relationship between the price of real estate and demand. Changes in price have an opposite or inverse relationship with demand. The higher the price, the less the demand. The lower the price, the more the demand. As this graphic reflects, when the prices of houses increased, the demand for those houses decreased, or when the number of houses available goes up, the demand for the houses also decreases. The market demand curve shown on the previous slide demonstrates that as the price of homes increases, the demand for the homes decreases, or as the number of homes increases, the demand for each home decreases. A well-balanced market reflects a balance between the number of homes available and the prices of those homes. Population and household composition. Population numbers, including age and household composition, influence demand. A declining population has a declining demand, and vice versa. A growing population has a larger demand. So, for example, an aging population spurs the demand for 55-plus communities. It is not enough to know how large a population is in order to understand demand. It is necessary to understand the composition of the household. For example, multi-generational families typically live in larger homes. Thus, an increase in the number of multi-generational families would be accompanied by an increased demand for larger homes. Trends and preferences change over time. An aging population once was paired with an increased demand for smaller homes as the elderly downsized. Recent trends, however, is not showing this transition of the elderly to smaller homes. Income of consumers. Consumers must be able to make a cash purchase for a home or have enough income to make a mortgage payment. As such, as the income of consumers increase, so does the demand for housing. As the income of consumers decrease, the demand for housing decreases. This is a direct relationship rather than an inverse relationship. The reality is that the number of individuals desiring housing does not decrease. It is the demand that decreases. Demand requires the ability to purchase. When economies take a downward turn, many other families choose to live in tighter quarters, living with other relatives. Availability of mortgage credit. The cost or interest rate charged drastically affects the demand for real estate. It doesn't take huge drops in interest rates to spur demand, nor does it take huge increases in interest rate to slow demand. When interest rates are low, consumers are willing to take on more debt. This not only increases the number of people buying homes, but also the size and price of homes purchased. Consumer taste or preference. Consumer taste and preferences affect which homes are purchased. When building tastes change, there is a corresponding change in what buyers are looking for. What style of home, how many bedrooms, size of the garage, tile or laminate, granite or Corian. Situs also makes a difference in where homeowners are interested in buying. Tastes and preferences continually change. For example, when the cost of gas is high, individuals may prefer to live near city centers. When the cost of gas is low, individuals may prefer to live in rural areas.